Hello everyone, my name is Miinfin. Welcome in. This is the first time I've actually been running Hades on a marathon. I normally run the Messenger. Thank you for the good luck, Deadlink. I see you. So, normally, like I said, I speedrun the Messenger. I've actually picked up Hades recently. So, not quite as fast as the people who do run this all the time, but I've been getting a lot faster. So, my estimate was based off my first PB. This, I've gotten considerably faster, so we may end up seeing 4 weapons out of this. We will see how my luck runs. So, the basis of Hades is it is a roguelike based off of, Greek mythology. I am the son of the god of the underworld, Hades, and I'm trying to escape. So, that is what we're going to try to do 3 different times with weapons. We've got our various weapons with various aspects here, and in order to help with the RNG, we got God Keepsakes to kind of help manipulate what we're going to see. So the very first weapon that we are going to see is the Haribo, which lets me shoot my casts out through this. And I'm going to make sure I actually have all my heat stuff ready to go, which is going to help make things faster. We're going to have a thing set up to make one of the boss rooms a little bit smaller, and we're going to do one thing to help make... Actually, I can probably bump that up and bump this down. So things will move a little faster, summon a little faster, and then we don't have to worry about certain time things. So, yeah, I think we are just about ready to go. So, as soon as I hit begin escape, we will get things going. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
Again.
Now these runs are done, especially the multiple weapon runs are done RTA. So it doesn't matter what's going on. It's just is what it is. So with this, we are going to be taking the Aphrodite's Crush Shot. As you can see, it just kind of makes things go splat.
Look who.
Being that it's a roguelike, rooms are random. So I don't know what room I'm going to get coming up next, but after you play for a while, you get a lot of them memorized. Ow. So one of the things with the Haribo is I want to try to group the enemies up because it's got a slight splash effect. None of those are really what I want. I don't really use my special too much on this particular weapon. This, however, I do once. So if I can get things lined up close together, I can take multiple out in one shot. So, the reason I want this is I want Deadly Strike because these 2 particular, and I just realized I made a goof. I should have taken the Palm. Palms of Power increase, they level up attacks. Chaos, I'm looking for something that's going to... Oh, this is going to suck, but it's going to be fine. Basically, we have a curse for X amount of runes, and afterwards you get a nice boon. Oh, I'm missing. So in this one, I'm going to take damage every time I attack, which I need to do to cast. But afterwards, I'll get another Blood Shard, which lets me do another cast. So the less times I have to cast, the better. Which is where grouping these guys up is going to be nice.
Next.
Now, go. Wait, there you are. Oh, there's another one of you. Those, I don't like those guys. They hide. At the same time, anyone who runs the game generally takes the shop rooms because they're faster. Not pass up the palm, so I can level up my Crush Shot. It does more damage.
Oh, this place. Meg, help.
What a mess.
And that was a poorly aimed Meg. Now, the one thing about the Chaos Boons is they can't kill you on the ones where it's like, if you do something, you take damage.
Set.
But they can leave you at 1 health, which means things like those guys are dangerous. Heartrend, this is great. Weak foes take more critical damage. Which, funnily enough, Aphrodite's cast inflicts, weak. Or, well, they take, more critical damage. And the attack I have increases my chance for critical. Which means critical hits on these guys are going to take damage. A lot of damage.
Gods.
So one thing I want to focus on with the Haribo is Palms of Power, because I can increase the damage that my Crush Shot is going to do. I much prefer smaller or bigger enemies to all these smaller ones, because they're easier to clear a room with.
Good enough to eat.
Crush Shot. Why did I just pass over Crush Shot twice? Story rooms are nice. They also save us time. They're free rooms. We basically go in, make a quick selection, and we're out. The timer also doesn't count while we're in here.
I'll pay for that. Any other boons for me?
Okay, not what I would like. So one thing I was looking for with Hermes is there's one that's going to cause my blood charge to drop from everybody faster.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
So, which will lead to a legendary that, means that as soon as they are out of something, they come right back to me, so I don't have to try to collect them. Oh, okay.
No.
Not the best place to lose one of those, but it's fine. We'll be fine. We still got it. We still have plenty of time to go through and get some of those Death Defiances back. So those little things you see above my health bar down on the bottom left are basically my lives, so to speak. You start the game out with none. What do I need now that I have a good chunk of everything I have? Let's go Athena for her dash.
Should be useful. I'll just go on up.
So, if I die, Death Defiance will bring me back at half of whatever my max health is, which late game can actually get kind of high.
Be there soon, Lemmy.
So now we're here at Asphodel. This is the second biome you're in. There's lava. The floor is lava. If you played that game as a kid, and you were good at it, great. You will avoid the floor here. If you weren't good, well, things are gonna hurt. Ooh, now we got Hephaestus Hammer. Maybe it's not Hephaestus. Either way, this hammer will modify the weapon and allow it to do things it normally doesn't do. Each weapon has their own different sets of abilities. Ow. The witches are not my favorite. There we go. So for this, so the reason I'm hitting so hard is basically it's the ability of this. We're gonna go Twin Shot.
Feels lighter than before.
I have, just to kind of show, I've leveled up my Crush Shot to level 3, so it does 182 cast damage. And when I'm loading it up onto my attack, my Power Shot does damage on top of, there's 4 of those now hitting at the same time. Palms of Power build them up. So every time it's hitting something, it's doing 4 times now 200 something. That's 800 damage not counting any crits and anything from twin shot, which is basically shooting 2 arrows. They just don't go as far. Oh, boo. Now, this is, when it comes to speedrunning this game, this is one of the mini-bosses you don't want to see as Bars of the Dead. Because most of the other mini-bosses are just like, you can sit there, you can melt them down. This one's like, you have to try to clear out waves of enemies like you would a normal room. So it's not the best, it can be slow, which is fine. We're making it through it. Woo! Rare Divine Dash. That's probably my second favorite dash in the game you can get for here, because it allows you to deflect projectiles while you're dashing. My favorite being Poseidon's Splash Dash, which basically is probably one of the best dashes in the game. There you are. I was like, I'm missing one somewhere. Please tell me this is not a room all just... Okay, good. Either way, it's enemies that move around a lot. I don't like that. Not with the bow, at least.
Delicious.
I'm gonna roll this because I want that crush shot. There we go. Now we're gonna take Chaos. Chaos is a free room, and hopefully we can either get more shards or something that increases cast damage here. Dash strike. Boons. You know, I barely special, so we'll get something that's gonna increase my boons later. Oh, this is the last room. So that's going to be a free palm. I picked that because I saw a palm, but not exactly what was nice. So now we're coming up to learning. Remember how I said there's going to be a room that's smaller? This is it. The reason it's smaller is because there's lava. There's 3 islands. There's plenty of ways for me to get stuck in the lava.
Just fine. I shouldn't have done that.
Well, there's a Hydra, so we have other heads to deal with. Now, the quicker we get those heads taken out, the quicker we can get these cycled. So now learning is, you know... I will make weird sounds sometimes, so pardon me on that. But like I was saying, the faster we get rid of these heads, the better, because that just means that we can get through here and get to the next one faster. Because until I beat these heads, that bubble stays on learning. And I picked up the Katana Companion so I could cheat the last phase. Normally there's not one use there because we only have 5 uses, but when I picked up that one extra use in the mid-biome well, it's so I can do that here and still have enough for later ones, because it just makes that so much easier. Who do we need now?
You are correct, Father.
We're gonna take Zeus, because his aid is actually pretty nice. Now we're going on to biome number 3, which is Elysium. This is where all like the heroes and champions died and went. They are also relatively annoying, and they also... To me, it's home of the most annoying enemy in the game. The flame wheels. You will notice when they pop up. Oh, good! We get them right off the bat. And they don't do a whole lot of damage, there's just usually a lot of them. Okay. Hand, please. Now, one other thing I want to point out is I pulled the Haribo for the first one because it's probably my slowest weapon. So the other 2 runs will probably be a little faster. But this is still going a lot faster than normal for me. Not that I'm complaining.
This spell could use a little fine-tuning.
I don't. It's not so much a boon. It's something you have to buy in Charon's well. These guys hurt if you get hit point blank, because not only do their big old balls do damage. Oh, come on.
Ready for them.
But when they split up, they do a lot of damage.
Good enough to eat.
We'll just do it on the 9 dash. Let's see something. We're gonna go here. I need to keep an eye out for a well, a Charon's well, because it's not always best to take what's epic. But I want to be able, if I get into trouble, I want to be able to use my call as fast as possible. Hi, Asterius. We only got to get him down to 75 health.
So much for
Alright, phase 1 down. There we go. Yeah, so he jumps around a lot. That second phase is closer to what we're going to see in the last battle, because here's a spoiler alert. He's one of 2 people we fight for the battle for this one. I don't like that one. There is a saying where it's see green, take green. I really do not like that one. So, green boons, like one I picked up earlier, they're duo boons. It's 2 gods working together to do something better, or supposedly better. Some of them are not the best at all. Some of them are fantastic. Which hopefully we'll see a few of them later, because the next weapon that we will see will actually make use of probably one of the most powerful duo boons in the game. I need to stop taking damage. And this is where Elysium can get a little annoying sometimes.
Okay. I'm out.
And I am aiming very, very badly. So if I focus a little bit, I stop talking, and I do apologize. It's just I'm trying not to die. We're gonna take Last Stand. It gives me an extra Death Defiance. Oh look, another Death Defiance. Cool, now we're back up to 3. Thank you, Peepo, Netflix. Welcome in, everybody. So, while I don't get as much of that community into my streams, Peepo is actually part of the speedrunning community, and I've seen him in 2 of the more popular ones and better ones that I hang out in, Halion and Dunko. Check them out, by the way. If you want to see people be really good at this game, check them out. I'm middling. Getting better, but it's like, eh. Last shop, and well, at least I have 3 Death Defiance going into this. Do I have heals? I have no heals.
Got stronger there.
Well, this might be interesting. I'm expecting to lose one Death Defiance right off the bat. That did not go into the person I wanted to go into. Like I said. No. No, thank you. No 50-60, please. Ow. Okay. Alright, I need to get one of them down. Oh, jeez. That, I forgot his slash can go through those pillars. Alright. Well, this is about to be really interesting. Well, that would normally be the end of a run. So we'll still go. It's a marathon. I've got time to fill.
Tough break.
So just to be in the spirit of good things, what I'm going to do is I will move on to another weapon. This definitely will not be something that can keep on going as far as, like, if I did manage to PB on that. But hey, I just got really, really, really unlucky in Elysium because it's like, cool, I'm just forgetting how to aim. That is also one of the fun parts about this being complete... Oh, nice. The stuff being RNG here. Alright, yeah, we're good here. So we're gonna go with the fists.
One more time.
So, Demeter Fists.
Let us make this blood.
Try this again with, ooh. This one should run a little bit better.
Going in.
I say that because it's probably my best weapon. I don't use spells. I will take higher attack all the time. So we picked up the Ares Keepsake because we are looking for a very specific duo boon called Merciful End, which I am going to be hoping that we find a natural Athena somewhere through here. Merciful End is a duo boon that basically says if there's an attack that can deflect will automatically trigger any doom effects, which those red swords you see on top of everybody is a doom effect. So instead of waiting for it, it'll just happen. And so we basically want to beef everything we possibly can about the doom effects. That way we can do more damage later on. And ooh, explosive upper. So explosive upper is going to be nice because it's going to turn my special into an AoE.
Should fetch me something.
We take the shop. That Ares was tempting. Do we see an Athena? We do not see an Athena. Save my rolls for Merciful End. Now I must...
Take care of this.
So seeing that thing come up actually does... Ooh, impending doom. Does remind me, we are raising money for the National Association on Mental Illness. So... mental illness covers a lot. So if you know anybody who could potentially benefit from the research they do, please feel free to check out the website. It's nami.org. And all the proceeds from here do go to help that out. That is
More ringers.
not the button to dash. Ringers are probably my second least favorite enemy. Where am I missing one? There you are. Well, at least with what happened on the bow, almost guarantees you guys do get to see 4 weapons. Not the way I would have preferred it to see 4 weapons, but hey, it works.
Delicious. Not yet.
Now, I did manage to get a little lucky with the way things worked on the last run, because I got a lot of things naturally that I might not have under other circumstances.
That's a relief.
Hope for Athena? It is not Athena. Oh well. So the reason why that was kind of a mystery thing, and we're looking for certain gods in the pools because as we collect boons from gods, they start appearing in the rooms more often. So just because we see one doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have to get it, except in cases like this where we actually do. No, I did that completely wrong. I don't run with that. And there goes Electo. Electo's probably the most annoying out of the Fury sisters.
She wasn't very nice.
But we got her. Alright, so remember how I said we tried to manipulate the gods and stuff to get what we want? So since we're looking for a very specific set of boons, I'm going to pick up Athena's keepsake here so we can make sure that at least some point in Asphodel we should see Athena. Because I very specifically need her special. Because once I get Athena's special, anytime I see an Ares or a Athena, I could potentially get Merciful End. I want to say it's a base 10% chance to see a duo boon. And I have a talent which is specifically increasing that chance. So I can try to see them a little bit more often. If you meet the requirements. Because it's not as easy as, oh cool, I have these 2 gods, I'm going to get this boon. You have to meet specific requirements. We're going to take this. This is also going to increase our chance for getting a the duo boon. Eurydice gives us a few things. Refreshing Nectar increases boon. The next 3 boons you get increases their rarity. So now that we have Hermes again, I'm looking for extra dashes. Because this way, when we get... Wow, I just can't hit things apparently today.
Time for a boost.
And... I'm still saving my rolls. Attacking faster is fine. Now we got Athena. We got mini boss. That was poorly aimed. And hopefully, I want to kill him before he goes up again. And So this is where we're saving rolls because I need to see Divine Flourish. Divine Flourish, thank you. I was a little worried.
I know that too.
And here's Thanatos.
How goes it, Zagreus? Looks like we've got.
So Thanatos comes in,
Prepare yourselves.
and we're basically having a competition to see who can kill more people. The problem is, he also summons more people. So this will cause the room to take a little bit more time than what you would like. If you beat him, you get a heart. If you don't, he just gloats a little bit. And he has abilities that basically instant kill, so they're just slow. If they were faster, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. So now we're basically trying to go through here and clear this out as fast as we can.
Life is
Palm, Curse of Agony, get the hearts. And which way do we go? Which way do we go? That's the other thing. It takes forever for him to despawn so we can get this. Going for a key because I've unlocked something on this save where it's just like, hey, if I get a key, I get more rerolls. Reroll's good. Rerolls help me find things. And that, I would say that should be the last one. I'll check this just in case. What do we got? So we got the shop. Alright, so it would be nice if we see Ares or Athena here in the shop, so we can try to buy our way in a merciful end beforehand. I don't want to. You know what? We're gonna chance it.
Still in one piece.
Not ideal. We'll take True Shot though. Alright. So Learning Fight's going to be a little bit slower because we don't have Merciful End. We got all the stuff for it, but we just... I may have to improvise a little bit from here on. The fun of the RNG factor of a roguelike like this. So that's fine. I just got to make sure I just don't step in the lava too much. Alright, let's summon them down. Hey, I would say, your shield should be dropping, Lerny. So right now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using Doom, but I'm going to be relying on Demeter Fist's, like, charged special. After, I think it's 12 consecutive hits, you have a special that does a lot of extra hits. Maxed out, I think it's 5 extra hits. So that way we can still do some damage even without Merciful End. And there we go. Lerny's down.
Enough.
Now we're back to Elysium. We're gonna see the champions again. Again, we're gonna take Zeus because his call is better. I know I was a little short from trying to buy something that's gonna help with health. So I'm just gonna play a little careful through Elysium because I really don't want to repeat dying again. Shouldn't happen. Because I am far better with this particular build and the one I'm going to be using after this one. Which is probably... While this may be my best one, the next weapon is going to be my favorite one. Which...
Power of Olympus.
we'll go on Pending Doom. Hammer. So, Breaching Cross. would be a great hammer to get here because my dash strike will do extra damage to armor. So some of those enemies that will have like the yellow bars, you have like an armor to take down beforehand. Creature Cross is going to do extra damage to them. Alright, none of those are there, so we're going to do Rolling Knuckle. Dash Strike does extra damage. Hoping to see the Flame Wheel thing, but that's okay, we didn't see it. The shield guys are kind of annoying, because they can block. Thankfully, I can dash behind them and get in some backstab damage. They also can't block the traps. So if I can get them stuck next to one of the eggs, we're good! Now I just need to stop being stuck in a corner with things that attack fast. And that things would be a little bit better. Alright. So I'm still leaving a room open for just in case we see another Athena or Ares. And shops like this.
Actually doing business.
We have 2 rolls to try to see Merciful End. Please, Merciful End, please. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright. It's definitely improvising time. Because I'm not going to see any more keys. So I'm not really going to be able to reroll anything else. I've got to be lucky with what pops up. And I just gotta play a little careful. That's fine. Ooh, we got another chance. Hopefully it's Butterfly Ball and not Asterius. Butterfly Ball's a little... Oh, darn. I spoke. That's what happened, is I spoke. That was a poorly timed cutter. There we go. That was a little bit easier than the last one. Let's get lucky with Merciful End. Let's pray to the RNG gods. Because that will definitely make things a little bit easier. Darn. I will take Divine Dash, though. Ooh, Patty. So Patroclus gives us 3 super versions of what's in Kieran as well. Since I'm full on Death Defiance, we're going to go with Hydrolite Gold, which is going to help with healing as we go into the next few rooms. So, because of that, I might actually be able to get close to full health by the time I make it to the champions, provided I don't play dumb and take a lot of damage for no reason. See, now those are some clean rooms. I need those a little bit better. We'll do Divine Force. I don't have a way to roll, so I gotta deal with what I'm given. This time we're going to the shop instead of the free palm.
Just tidying up.
And get the rest of that health. Alright, boys, it's time for some revenge. Oh good, I got the good Meg spawn. Alright, so There we go. We got our revenge. And now we have something that could actually be considered a run. And look, they're cheering me, and I forgot to visit my shade. I'm a bad Zagreus. We are going to take the acorn here. We're taking the acorn because essentially in the boss room of each biome, if you're wearing the acorn, you get X amount of absorbed hits. At max level, you get 5. So I'm essentially going to get 5 free hits against Daddy. Oh, I may have spoiled the last boss for those who haven't seen it. We fight Daddy, Hades, at the end of this.
Let's see what's in here.
So, one thing that makes this biome different, instead of being a bunch of random rooms, you have 5 tunnels that you can go down. At the end of one of these tunnels is a Satyr sack. Because Cerberus is essentially the quote-unquote like guardian of this to make sure people don't escape. So, the ideal thing would be we get what's called 2 sack. Because it's, I think, a 40-ish% chance that at the end of the second tunnel, you will get the Satyr sack. That is best case RNG. Worst case RNG is you go down all 5 tunnels. We do the 2 mini-boss tunnels first because the mini-bosses can be burned down faster. Thanks to Meg and just whatever you're running. There you are. He was being a bother. So, the ones with the skulls are going to be the mini-boss rooms. Those other 3, the final room is basically a giant room with a large amount of enemy waves. So, ideally, we would not want to go down any of those. But in a case like this, if I end up having to do a 3rd one, I need to plan what I want. Since there's an Athena, if we have to take a 3rd one, I'm going for that Athena one so I can, again, try to get Merciful End at least before we face off against Hades. And that green stuff is poison. If I'm in it too long or if I get hit by certain things like the big satyrs, I will take poison damage. It does stack, so if I run into like 5 puddles, I'm going to start. So 3 weapon is, you essentially do a run back to back to back to completion of 3 weapons, one right after the other. So it's a giant marathon run. Technically, I already goofed it because I died on the first one, but my estimate was also based on my first PB, which was about an hour and a half. I've brought it down to about an hour 10. So I usually start with the fists anyway, because it's usually one of my faster runs. This one's slower because I don't have Merciful End, but that's okay. We'll be fine.
You have said.
If this was one of those things I was doing on stream for PBs, I probably would have reset a long time ago.
What's wrong, boy?
So the reason we take the acorn is it also allows us to basically spend some extra time burning through some phases. So that way we can try to take him down faster.
No.
So I'm unfortunately not getting the Merciful End finish to this, which would make this a lot faster. But hey, we're making it work. I just realized I don't have a God Call, which could potentially be problematic. That just means Phase 2 is going to be a little slower than planned. Because I don't have Meg, and I don't have like a God Call to aid me out. So now we're on Phase 2 of Daddy. He no longer disappears, but he is faster. And he's got 2 phases here. And unless I play really, really bad, we should be fine. We should actually get him down. Which is fine. I figured that was going to happen. I'm just burning him. There we go. Weapon 1 down.
Again,
So now we're going to have a little bit of downtime just to basically wait on the ending sequences. So, honestly, like, if there are any donations that came in for anything, now would be a good time for it, because there's nothing that's going to be happening while I'm waiting on
Having achieved his goal,
this to happen and getting into the next run.
discovers that the mortal realm is utterly bereft of the life-threatening excitement to which he has grown accustomed, and the lack of anything of note to do. The sheer mundanity results in this.
So this next weapon is probably going to be the one I have the most fun with, and it's my favorites. It's the Eris Rail.
I did it.
Eris is the aspect for the adamant rail, and I'm going to be making some slight changes to my mirror. This allows us to do certain things. I didn't talk about this earlier because I wasn't in here. So there are certain things we do here.
Maybe this.
Changed a couple things because the rail doesn't really backstab. So if I can do more damage to something at full health, the better. And I don't really cast with it. So I don't really need to have a certain talent on. But if I cast, I at least want some things available. With this, we're focused on a lot of fast lightning damage. So we're going to take the Zeus Keepsake to start with.
Bye, everyone.
And the reason we're using the Eris Rail is because it's got a very specific additional ability. So the Adamant Rail can launch grenades up in the air, and they land in a spot and explode. It's a little slow. With the Eris Rail, if you are standing in that reticle, when it goes off, for 4 seconds your damage is increased. We like that. Especially whenever you're doing something that can launch bouncy electric projectiles all over everything. Some of the hammers we're going to be looking for are Cluster Rocket, or Cluster Bomb, which fires 5 of those simultaneously. They just do less damage. And Rocket Bomb, which turns your special into a rocket. You can hopefully get both of them together, which means you do a lot of damage. It's actually powerful enough that if you have the
Let me have it.
your special palmed enough, you can actually just go straight into Daddy's face and phase him with one special. It's fun when that happens. There wasn't anything there I didn't feel like rolling yet. So one thing we are going to be looking for here is Natural Artemis because of crit. We want to try to get that on the special so that way... I don't want either of those. I want to get that on the special because it will eventually do a lot of damage. Sneak was once one of the annoying things, and I figured out how to aim Meg on it. No. We're going to go Ravenous Will. Ravenous Will actually be nice considering. So the talent I exchanged my spell stuff to is Stygian Soul, which just means that instead of just waiting to collect my things, they charge. Well, with Ravenous Will, as long as it's charging, I'm doing 10% more damage and taking 10% less damage. So it helps a little bit.
God's given me strength.
Hammer! It's hammer time. This is where I kind of wish that if it was on my channel, I would have that particular, like, sound effects clip to play. I need to fix that. What do we got? Alright, so we got Explosive Fire, Ricochet, and Piercing. Darn. None of the ones that I really want. So we'll pick this up because it's going to do some extra damage in an area. So it's fine. Not ideal. There you are. I heard you. I could not find you. Now, if you get, like, the best possible things, and you also just happen to be, like, really, really good, the Aris Rail is the fastest one in the game, because I believe the any percent, or any heat on this is, the world record is with the rail. Because it can be insanely fast if you get the right stuff.
Was just thinking.
Oh look, it's Than again.
Did you miss me, Zagreus? Figured
Getting
you'd
2 Thans in a run just eats up some time.
think you'd meet me, Zag.
I'd like to find out.
So now we just gotta make our way through a whole bunch of more stuff. And we just beat him again. That's fine. Give me my health. Go away, Than. Leave me alone. Unfortunately, it's a random chance for when he shows up. It is better if you see him in Tartarus versus, like, Asphodel, because
Here's the feed.
it's less monsters that get spawned, because each room has a point value based on the types of monster spawn. And so when he increases that, if it's in Elysium, you're going to get a lot of potential monsters, which could cause the room to take a little bit. Meg's probably my favorite of the Furies to fight, because she's probably the easiest to get to melt down. Because she's already gone. She's done. It helps that the rail is just insanely powerful, but it is what it is.
Going to be mad.
Alright, so now we're gonna take
Here's to a pleasant
Artemis, so we can get that crit.
See you, Tartarus.
We still want the special to crit as much as it possibly can, because if we get lucky enough with Rocket Bomb on the second hammer, we're going to be doing a lot of damage. It's going to be nice.
Ugh, this heat.
Now, since there's really not much of anything new to say about this particular biome, one thing that I do want to talk about is there are plenty of categories for this to run, so if you like running random games, there is a Discord for this. You go to the leaderboards for Hades on speedrun.com. The Discord link should be in there. Lots of great people. It is actually really busy, but the most common categories are 3 weapons, which I'm running. There's all weapons, which you basically do this, but with all 6. Any heat, which is you just pick a weapon, try to go from beginning to end as fast as possible with whatever seat headings you want. There's high heat, which is usually 32 heat or higher.
You're mine.
And then I want to say the last one is Owo, which is 1 weapon only. And it's basically you pick a weapon and you do every aspect of that, similar to all weapons. So, I think if I were to pick up another category, it would probably be that one. But for some odd reason, I decided to pick this up instead of any heat for the first category I've tried to run. I gotta learn to do the marathon RTA timing instead of learning all the weapons. So I'm learning them the hard way. Stop jumping around, Slime Dancer. Where's the other one? There you are.
Vast riches.
So it does make things a little more interesting.
Get me out of here.
I just decided to choose the hard way for it. Oh, fun.
Meg, help. Hold on.
I have got to learn how to aim the witches, a Meg in this room with the witches. It is so much easier if you can get it to hit all 4 of the witches, but let's see. We are going to take Hunter Dash.
Let's hunt some dead.
I probably should have rolled for the flourish, but it's early. Well,
Good to be back.
I'm not used to being up this late.
Oh, you look positive.
Hence the energy drinks that I sip on every now and then. We won't gamble. We'll just try to
Your royal
get things going. Get some better weapons.
More bloodless.
And here we go. We're gonna have a lot of the. Wow, I cannot talk. I was trying to say something and words were not working with mouth. Alright now. Y'all can just stop running into me, that's fine. This shop, let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this was gonna be the not the mid shop, but like the final shop. So each biome has 12 rooms, I think, or 13. I actually don't remember now.
If only you knew.
So there's a certain, you always have the same amount of rooms you're gonna run through. So if you can like keep track of the number of rooms you've gone through, you can actually like know when you're gonna hit something. So if you know you're coming up like 10 rooms in, you don't want to take chaos because it's going to add another room. Ow. I was not watching my health. And I dodged right into that. That was all me. Alright, we're gonna cheat again so I don't lose another Death Defiance. It might mean a little bit of trouble later. But that's fine. Thank you very much for that good luck, DD Lux. This has been a entertaining run because it's not going to plan at all. But I should expect that. This is a marathon. Things never go to plan. Anybody who expects marathon stuff to go to plan, they just don't know it right. That's not the way marathons work.
That'll keep me alive. Closer.
Alright, Elysium number 3. Hopefully with less death. The homing, the tracking on these big chariots is just all kinds of annoying.
Delicious.
I probably like them just slightly less than, or they're about on par with the flame wheels for me. I just stood there and just took those fireballs to the face.
Anytime. In the name of Hades.
Hammer time! Again. Oh, one thing about the grenades with the rail, you don't really see it in the first two that much. You will see it a lot in sticks. But if they could bounce off the wall, so they might not go where you want them to.
They're slowing down.
So sometimes if you're moving really, really fast and you just happen to be up against the wall, you might not get something where you want it. Rocket bomb. All right, we had rocket and cluster at the same time. That's rough. That is rough. It's Asterius again.
Let us go.
Meg, help.
Get back.
Now, whether it's Artemis or not, this is where I'm going to need to get something on special. Because I need to increase the damage. It still does a good amount of damage. Ow! Stop that, Asterius. There we go. He's down.
Well done.
Got him that time.
All right. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna... Deadly Flourish, just what we want. There we go. I see some Athena hearts in there. Cortenberry, welcome in. Now, that is a name I recognize from lurking in Halian's chat, so I am not too... I don't know too much about Cortenberry, but I do know that they are there a lot, so if anybody who's more active in the Hades speedrun community want to help introduce the regulars that are there would be great. But I do appreciate everybody coming in. I'm still a little new to this and not quite as fast as some of the others. But I'm trying. Ooh, free room.
Delicious.
Every now and then we'll get a free room like this. Ah.
More splitters.
Well, look, we got a Hades celebrity in here now. That is good to know. Too bad I don't have Aphrodite running right now. See how much better Rocket Bomb ends up being? It just makes things so much easier.
I'll pay for that.
But welcome in, guys. Watch me be mediocre at running this for charity. For those that are unaware of what's going on here, we are raising money for Nami, which is... I did that completely wrong. I still got lucky the fact that she hit while he was in an attack. I'm going to focus a little bit here, so I apologize if I start talking then stop. Ow! Stop that.
Oh, blast.
There we go. All right. There we go.
The underworld's power.
But yeah, so we are raising money for Nami, which is a National Alliance on Mental Illness. So, again, if you know anybody that could benefit from their research, please feel free to check out the website, nami.org, or all the donations and proceeds are going towards that we are raising money for today. Now this is where Rocket Bomb can kind of get pretty interesting because close quarters.
All these tunnels.
We go first. Let's get Zeus. See if we can actually remember to get a God call this time to make Daddy a little bit easier. Close quarters and explosions. It's fantastic.
Next.
Of course, completely missing in the face.
It's no use.
Twice I shot right around that big old giant rat instead of getting it in the face. I want to say it was Dunko who I remember saying this, that if you treat the Aeris Rail as a ranged weapon, you're doing it wrong. You should be right up in their face. No, bad satyr. Do not spawn in right in front of me. Yeah, we get Zeus's 8. I was even talking about that, and I'm even seeing it, and I'm thinking, which do I get? Now let's see if we can get Tusak again. I would say out of all the biomes, Styx is probably my favorite just because it seems a little different than the other ones. The other ones, like even Tartarus, just still kind of feels open, whereas the other ones are obviously like the level design is quite open. And Styx definitely makes you feel like you are going through that labyrinth. We did not get Tusak.
Can't do that.
And I've got big boy poison. Alright. So now we get to go down a third one, and you guys get to see what goes on whenever you're in not a mini-boss tunnel. So now we are looking at a minimum of a 3-sack, potentially more.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If there's ever a level design that would make you feel claustrophobic, it would be this. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, so we're looking at probably a 4-sack at least. So, like I said, if you're in the non-mini-boss room, you got a big old room here. Oh god, where are... That's right. With poison traps, lots of enemies that keep spawning. And I thought rooms with Thanatos were annoying. Oh, that got over a lot faster than I thought it was going to.
No use.
Let's go, Demeter.
Should check this way.
We're just going to tick this off one by one so we get the sacks. This is a point where it's definitely marathon luck now. It's like, cool. You were doing halfway okay. Now, not so much. We're going to give you some fun times now. So, is it 4-sack? Oh no, we got 5 sacks! Well, this is going to be fun now. Well, it is a guarantee that the next tunnel will have the Satyr sack, but we now will have explored all of them.
Oh, you.
And when I'm playing horribly and getting poisoned all over the place, that's not the best thing to see happen. No, bad Satyrs. Well, let's see. We do not take rare crop here. What am I doing?
Heading back.
The fifth tunnel. It's been a while since I've been 5-sacked. It's... My luck always seems to be 3. And of course, I'm not going to see a Chiron's Well at all through this, am I? Nope.
Satyrs. Just the foul sack I need. Not now.
Alright, well, since time's already shot a little bit, let's spend some of the gold we have
Useful.
to buff up some things. So that way, hopefully, we can survive Daddy with
One boy.
1 Death Defiance. I'm going to play it a little tight. If it eats up a little bit of time, that's fine.
You're never late, Father.
No matter.
I'd rather survive than die. Alright.
Darkness.
Of course, I would somehow manage to lose 3 of my shields right off the bat.
You know where I come from?
Well, there's all the shields.
Darkness. Go home. Darkness. Prepare.
Ow! Stop that.
Now is the time to strike. My foolish brother cannot help you now. Darkness.
Sure you can, see?
Stretches.
He phased you.
Fights with the ferocity with which you must clung to your meager lives. Darkness.
Alright, cool.
There.
We're gonna survive, hopefully.
Let's see you deal with this.
Tristan, thank you very much for that good luck. Ow, ow.
It's my last
You're in the strife, you bleeding boy. No more.
Well,
Not yet.
whew, let's avoid the lasers of fire. Alright, phased him. Ow. Woo! Let's hide. Let's hide. We want to survive this. Oh, and I ran straight into that vase. Oh no. So this has turned more into a weapon showcase more so than it has a actual 3-weapon speedrun.
That's right. How am I going to beat him?
But that's okay. Yeah. Alright, so I definitely don't have enough to try to do enough time to do a 100% full run because I'm not that good. So we are still going to showcase something else though. We'll show off another weapon then through the rest of the time because I think I have about 10 minutes left. Y'all thought the Haribo was fun. This one, however, I am actually going to just turn that off because I am horrible with forced overtime on that. Let's see. Yeah. Bayo shield. Why am I being bad? Oh, that's because I actually don't have any of the actual spells I want. That's why I'm being bad. Stop just summoning them one at a time. Jeez.
Something for the mirror.
Alright, so Beowulf Shield has a slightly different mechanic when it comes to how it casts spells versus Hera Shield, or the Haribo. It turns all of your spells into a flare instead of basically the normal spell. Which for Poseidon means you have a gigantic AoE that comes off of you. I'm gonna hope for some cast damage here because I hit Chaos before realizing that that's a palm. Alright, we'll roll to see bombs so that way we can just get better rarity on the boons.
Do your worst.
So the way the Beowulf Shield does their spell attack is you load it into it, but then you have to do the Dragon Rush, which is a little different than the Bull Rush. The one downside to the Beowulf Shield is you take 10% more damage. As I'm sitting there just taking all of the damage. But that's okay. We'll survive.
I'll take it.
That's not the one I wanted to grab, but after I bought it, it's too late. I was going to try for Zeus, but whatever. Artemis actually comes in handy. Reason being is there is a duo boon called... I mean, I probably could... But that's what I've been doing.
Anyone else?
So Artemis is great because Flourish works too, but I think the attack is better.
How about a different set of choices then?
Deadly Strike is better. So Poseidon and Artemis have a duo boon called Mirage Shot, which turns each spell cast into I do 2, with the second one doing slightly less damage. Which for this means if I'm doing something, I'm doing like 2, 4, or 6 AoEs. Which can really melt a boss.
Good enough to eat.
Especially if I keep charging up Floodshot. So, while this weapon's okay, it's probably my slowest weapon out of all of them. Because I know there are faster ways to go through and do this and get everybody done. I'm horrible at it. But that's okay. I'm having fun. Especially since we're doing this for a good cause. I will look like a fool if it means we raise some money to make people get the help they need.
Vast riches.
And it's always great when you can get that going right there. Just, Just clear all of them out in one shot. That'd be great. Free fountain room with darkness of all things. Yeah.
Power of Olympus. It's no use.
See, I'm a sucker for games that are tough to speedrun. Like the very first game I decided to speedrun was Celeste. I decided to... That was definitely an interesting choice to speedrun first. Why I chose that, I have no idea. But I will probably never completely finish that, because I have beat the game, I have never completely finished the speedrun. It was just too hard on my hands. It was just way too hard on my hands. Tristle, because I'm trying to remember what my estimate was. Was it hour 20 or hour 25? Because I know I'm running up on it, and I don't want to end up going over, because we'll very easily be able to finish up what we, just to finish things up and make things look fun.
Should help.
25. Okay, so I still got 4 minutes, so we might be able to make it to learning. We have yet to do this. Let's fish for fun.
Slap hug. Go figure.
I'm not good enough to just do fishing in a normal speedrun yet. Just to be like, cool, fish for the fans.
Together, we're a team.
Ow. Let's not run into their bombs when they drop them. Where did you come from? Were there 2 of you there and I just didn't see you? No, if there were 2 of you, that thing would have been dead.
Much better.
Alright, so we're gonna go Artemis because we want to get Mirage Shot and then just hopefully just melt everything. And these are probably my least favorite enemy in Asphodel. Let's stay out of the lava, please. Do we get Mirage Shot? Mirage Shot. Yes, we get Mirage Shot. I almost wish I had learning coming up or some mini-boss so I can be like... Oh, really? I'm starting off with one of these guys. Mirage Shot just makes things go splat. I did completely the wrong thing. But that's okay. I passed up a palm.
Here goes nothing.
This might actually be a good way to test how the showcase Mirage Shot is basically like clearing everything. And yep. Let's just get hit with 6 like tidal bursts. That's great. We'll do Passion Dash for the fun. And just for funs. Huh. Now see, that one's nice. That was nice. We get this right before the run's gonna end. That's great. Ooh, we might have time. We might actually have time to, like, get Lerny down.
I'll take this one.
Let's just fill up. Let's have some fun here. Let's see if we actually do enough damage to phase Lerny real quick before we just have to die. But this has been fun. It's interesting that it turned from a 3-weapon speedrun to a 4-weapon showcase because it's late. It's fine. All the damage to Lerny.
I can't.
Take a little stand in the fire. Already, here we go. He's already down. I'll eat up a little bit of the buffer time just to kill Lerny because I want to get this down, get him done. But I hope everybody's had a good time watching me show this off. Like I said, if you are interested in the speedrun, visit the speedrun.com for Hades. Visit the Discord. Check out, let's see. The 2 people I lurk in the most for their channels are Halion and Dunko. They are both fantastic at this game. Dunko's world record holder on a number of things. I want to say in the all weapons. And then there's Ananke, who's just kind of like a beast and has a lot of world records. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you very much. Again, my name is Miinfin. I mainly speedrun other games, usually Sunday through Wednesdays, so continue to enjoy the rest of this run, and we'll see y'all next time.